The WNBA's 2025 free agency period is shaking up the league in ways we've never seen before. Superstars are on the move, longtime team pillars are testing the waters, and championship rosters are being torn apart. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down the monumental shifts happening in the WNBA, what they mean for the upcoming season, and why every single basketball fan should be paying attention to this off-season drama. Before we dive into the drama, let's break down what makes this WNBA offseason so unique. Free agency in the WNBA isn't just about signing contracts, it's about shaping the future of teams for years to come. Every decision, whether it's signing a superstar, letting a key player go, or leveraging trades, has a ripple effect that can define franchises for seasons. One of the biggest tools at the center of all this is coring. Think of it as the WNBA's version NFL's franchise tag. When a team cores a player, they retain exclusive negotiating rights to that player, preventing them from becoming an unrestricted free agent. In other words, it's a way for teams to keep their most valuable assets in-house, or at least ensure they get something in return if the player departs. But coring comes with rules. Under the current collective bargaining agreement (CBA), coring offers a guaranteed one-year contract at the Supermax salary level. However, teams and players can negotiate longer-term deals under this mechanism. It's a high-stakes gamble. Teams get to lock down their stars, but they can only core one player per season, and a player can only be cored twice in their career. This change, introduced in the 2020 CBA, has been a game-changer. The reduced coring limit has injected new energy into free agency, opening the door for more movement and drama across the league.
8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of Game 3. 4 seconds. Ionescu will heave and hit! And hit! Sabrina Ionescu with the biggest shot in Liberty history! The New York Liberty take a 2-1 series lead in these best-of-5 WNBA finals on that epic shot from Sabrina Ionescu.
Enrique on home. Enrique, step back for the lead.
Got it!
Enrique, I see you. That is a nasty little hezzy crossover step back, nothing but net. Well, it got a little bit of rim, but this shot right here, oh, that's tough.
Oh, that's nasty.
Okay, ripping it from her and then the finish on the other end.
Nneka incredibly in her 13th year now out of Stanford. Shot clock dying, so Enrique backed it in! At the buzzer from midcourt, Enrique.
What a sequence from the second leading scorer in the league. Under duress of the shot clock, lets it fly.
Maybe a cross screen from T.
Carlton looking. Collier with 7. Draws 2. Carlton from way outside. Bridget Carlton for 3. Minnesota by 2.
And this off-season is the most active one yet under the current CBA. A record-breaking 6 players, Satou Sabally, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Tiffany Mitchell, Alyssa Thomas and Courtney Williams, have been cored so far in 2025. But here's where it gets juicy. Coring doesn't mean these players are guaranteed to stay with their current teams. In fact, several of them, like Sabally, have already made it clear they're moving on. Take Satou Sabally, for example. The Dallas Wings cored her to retain her rights, but Sabally has publicly stated she has no intention of returning to Dallas. What does that mean? The Wings will now need to trade her to ensure they don't lose her for nothing. This strategy isn't new. Teams have used coring as a trade mechanism before. The last time multiple players were cored and then traded in the same offseason was back in 2020, when Tina Charles and Skylar Diggins-Smith were on the move. And if reports are correct, Sabally isn't the only big name on the trade block this year. This offseason is shaping up to be a turning point. The stars being cored and traded aren't just moving pieces. They're the faces of franchises, the ones driving ticket sales, TV ratings, and the league's growing popularity. Every move made during this free agency period is a statement, not just for the players but also for the WNBA as a whole. So buckle up. This free agency season is about more than contracts. It's a battle for the future of the league, and every trade and signing brings us closer to understanding how the power dynamics will shift for years to come.
Assists from Caitlin Clark. They have developed much better chemistry, and that is to be expected. They finally got some practices in.
Lloyd, the pull-up around the screen. There it is for Jewel, 1 of 2. Seattle looking to push every possession. Jewel, catch, fire, boom! 12-0! Run for Seattle, and they lead by 8. Kyler Diggins-Smith leading the push. Jewel.
Now, really, they're challenging all the veteran teams in this league.
Here's Jewel turning the corner. Oh, is she feeling it? Look out. Also has a pair of free throws.
Jewel Lloyd, that is as easy as you're going to get scoring forward. Now she's matched up against a smaller player and doing just as well.
We're seeing a repeat, aren't we, Elise, of the last time Jewel played in. We're seeing 32. 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds thus far for Caitlin.
First up, let's talk about the Blockbuster 3-team trade that has sent shockwaves through the league. Jewel Lloyd, a scoring machine, is headed to the Las Vegas Aces, joining a roster that already includes some of the WNBA's biggest names.
Comes to her, you fight pressure with pressure, and she's done so attacking the basket.
On the hesitation. Oh, gets that shooter's touch. Jackie Young bottled up, is able to get it out to Plum. Cradles the ball so well. Kelsey Plum just gets by most defenders.
Getting the kind of shots that they will have success with.
Near wing with it, step back Kelsey Plum, 3 on the way, and stripe it.
Makes sense with the job that Coach Lou has done to kind of steer them through these waters this season, that she would get an opportunity to take that interim tag off.
Wow. Kelsey Plum so tough. Let's go over to Roz. Plum, quick crossover. She has been driving it in.
On the flip side, Kelsey Plum, another all-star guard, is moving to the Los Angeles Sparks. The Seattle Storm walked away with future draft picks and financial flexibility, but was it enough? Let us know in the comments if you think Seattle got shortchanged in this deal. This trade doesn't just alter the rosters, it changes the competitive dynamics. Lloyd's pairing with A'ja Wilson? That's potentially the scariest 1-2 punch in the league. Meanwhile, Plum's move to LA could rejuvenate the Sparks, a team desperate to return to championship contention.
Nneka and Shanae Ogwumike, and look at Brittney Griner, just ear to ear joy and jubilation etched across her countenance tonight. And the Mercury will have the game's first possession. Here's Jefferson. Oh, by the way, that's the Hall of Famer to be, Diana Taurasi. Over to Griner with the elbow jump shot, and she rattles down her first field goal attempt. Clarendon guarded by Taurasi. Inside on the roll, and looked like it was partially blocked by Griner, now running the floor.
Brittney Griner is 6'9", and she has a great long wingspan.
And it comes out to Taurasi. Taurasi went through a summer of arduous work to have one of her best seasons inside off the feed. Griner with 4 quick points.
For the first time in her career, Brittney Griner is exploring free agency, and the basketball world is watching closely. Brittney Griner has spent 11 seasons in Phoenix since she was drafted as number 1 in 2013. After her heroic return in 2024, where she reminded everyone why she's a generational talent, Griner is looking for a team that aligns with her championship aspirations. She's been spotted in Miami competing for Unrivaled. It is said that the center is meeting up with various teams while in Miami. Any team lucky enough to land her is signing up for a chance to move up in the league.
The level of focus, Delle Donne turning around, kisses the glass, and I'm not sure if there's anyone that can do it better. Attacking, going at Delle Donne, blocked by Delle Donne. Up the floor, Hawkins running, lays it up and in.
Whitcomb into the corner. Cloud holds, flips it inside Delle Donne. 1-on-1 on Ezzy. Turnaround, jump shot, and hits. Oh, she's so good at that.
They want to continue playing how they've played in the second half of the season.
Nice look inside from EDD to Queen. Amy there to set the screen. Canada, nice bounce pass. Oh, rejected out the rim there by Delle Donne. His hands to support the squad. I love it.
Delle Donne going baseline on Stewart. Little pump fake.
Here's a shocker. The Washington Mystics have opted not to use their core designation on Elena Delle Donne, their franchise cornerstone. This move leaves Delle Donne with two options: explore opportunities with other teams or potentially retire after an illustrious career. There's just a whole lot of uncertainty surrounding what she'd be doing next, seeing as she's an unrestricted free agent, and yet she hasn't appeared in the league since 2023. It's a bold move by the Mystics, signalling they may be preparing for a full rebuild. For fans, the thought of Delle Donne suiting up in anything other than a Mystics jersey is hard to imagine. But in the WNBA, anything is possible. After a career-best season in 2024, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough is leaving the Mystics. Her ability to stretch the floor and play lockdown defense has made her one of the most sought-after players this offseason. The question is, which team will land her? Early reports suggest the Dallas Wings are in talks, but nothing is set in stone yet.
In this one, if they want to get back in the second half.
Thank you, Morgan, as Russell finishes on the other end. Here's Sabali with an answer. 4 seconds between the clock as Dallas tries to wind it down here for a de facto final possession. Sabali jump shot, she buries it.
Career season last year. Here is Satu, mismatch against Cunningham, and she took advantage.
Canada, the hesitation against Dangerfield. And another turnover here. Here's Sabali. The pitch ahead to Ogunbowale, ahead of the pack. The layup good.
Back to Ogunbowale, 8 on the shot clock. Sabali attacking high off the window.
And the offseason got even more intriguing with Sabali officially announcing her departure from the Dallas Wings after 5 seasons. This is a seismic shift for the Wings and the league as whole, as Sabali is one of the most versatile and talented players in the game today. Sabali confirmed the speculations when she announced that she was on the lookout for a new home, having played her last game for the Wings in Dallas. Her decision to leave wasn't entirely surprising, as she had hinted at wanting a fresh start. Her announcement adds more drama to an even more chaotic off-season.
There in the paint. 5 minutes to go. Second half, third quarter. Taurasi. Oh, let him know, DT. In the gym without them even touching a basketball. She said they bring a competitive fire and energy that is contagious. So she said just being around them, being a spark.
Cunningham kicking it. Copper, 3. Griner is there with the O-board. Taurasi, and one opportunity.
And McDonald starting at point guard for the Sparks.
Taurasi, 3 on the way. That'll work. She's got 14.
Taurasi leading the Mercury with 10 points. Pulls the trigger and hits. On Cookin to get right. Shot clock at 5. Taurasi.
One of the biggest question marks of the season surrounds Diana Taurasi, arguably the greatest player in WNBA history. The legend hinted at retirement during the 2024 season, but she hasn't made a formal announcement. If Taurasi decides to return for another year, she'd most likely stick with the Phoenix, but her future remains uncertain. Regardless of her decision, Taurasi's impact on the league is unmatched, and fans and players alike will watch her next move closely. The Minnesota Lynx are making moves. Armed with one of the largest cap spaces in the league, they're eyeing top-tier talents like Alyssa Thomas, Courtney Vandersloot, and Emma Miesemann. If they can pull off these signings, the Lynx could leap into title contention overnight.
And turned it over. Liberty get a layup. Vandersloot
need to win here today to earn that final spot. As Vandersloot on the drive and gets to the rim.
He hasn't scored much today.
And as I mentioned, it's a great look inside for Stewie. She
gets the finish herself.
Connecticut with 6 turnovers in this third quarter. Vandersloot easily done.
She has done just that. As Vandersloot goes up and under, lays it in. Pretty move by the veteran.
It was a 3. That's the only shot she has taken after getting shut out in Washington the other day. Sloot up and under.
Meanwhile, New York Liberty is putting all its chips on the table to re-sign Courtney Vandersloot. Losing her would be catastrophic for a team that struggled with consistency. Can they convince her to stay? Or will another contender swoop in?
Count it, plus a foul.
It's it back to Allen. Driving in the lane, high off the glass. Collier went up for the rebound a little too early. Thomas. Alyssa Thomas puts a move on, goes under the basket, and one opportunity.
Yeah, this is home for Christy.
Coaching in the NBA with the Dallas Mavericks, Alyssa Thomas barks to the opposition.
Good double team help there from Magnagor. Thomas had the mismatch against Dojkic down low.
Thomas driving in on Dojkic. Is he there to help? Thomas flips it up off the window.
Here, you see the attention that Connecticut is giving Jewel Lloyd. Natisha Heidemann was shading towards Lloyd, and it's the transition.
The Connecticut Suns also made a major statement by extending a core qualifying offer to Alyssa Thomas. This move wasn't just about locking down one of the most versatile players in the league, it's also about solidifying the Suns' identity as a perennial contender. By extending the core qualifying order, the Sun guarantees that Thomas will be their centerpiece for at least one more season.
Was 2 of 14 entering tonight. Out there for a while after picking up 4 fouls. Diggins Smith, in and out. Rebound Williams, in! What a shot!
Spring off the court like that with those hands. Asia Wilson just, again, another high-level play.
Good find, Gabby. Inside to Mercedes Russell with the lefty. Worston now. Retraces her steps, flips it over the corner. Jump shot by G-Dub, a long, nope, 3 ball.
And soft misses, but that usually indicates that there's not enough leg on the jumpers.
And Neko Grumake especially talked about being gassed. That's Gabby Williams' second basket, and yeah, that will be one tough ticket to get in both cities. Gabby Williams.
The Seattle Storm was also not left out, as they also made a significant statement by designating Gabby Williams as their core player, ensuring she will remain a part of their roster for the 2025 WNBA season. This strategic move locks Williams into a 1-year deal at the WNBA's Supermax salary of $249,244, while preventing her from signing with another team. Seattle's decision to core Williams reflects their commitment to building a team around her unique skill set. With the team in a building phase, retaining a versatile player like Williams provides stability and a cornerstone on which to build. The 2025 WNBA offseason has already been heated up, and it's not just about trades or core designations. The list of unrestricted free agents this year is full of the league's biggest names, with payers whose decisions could dramatically alter the balance of the league's power. We have DeWanna Bonner, one of the most versatile players in the league, who remains a pivotal piece for the Connecticut Suns. Questions still linger about whether she'd stay at Connecticut Suns or seek one last opportunity to chase a title with a different contender.
Seen in this league's history, helped guide Connecticut to the semifinals where they've been each of the last 5 years, and Bonner trying to help Connecticut separate.
We are in clutch time now. New York has been the steady team leading that. Bonner drills a 3! It's the first lead for Connecticut since the first minute of the game.
Juana Bonner, fake, readjusts in the air.
That one fairly deep as well, working behind the screen. Boston. Jones able to spin through two and bank it in.
Sun might have numbers. They can capitalize off these fast break opportunities in a hurry. They'll get it up to Jones. Pirouette in the paint. Too tough to handle there. A quick 4-0 spurt for the Connecticut Sun.
This is great action trying to get Bonner open.
Bree Jones can stretch the floor.
Final minute of the third quarter. Sophie Cunningham at the scorer's table. Inside to Bree Jones, right around Dixon.
Put the sparks out there. High-low, Thomas into Jones, who missed a lot of that third quarter with the 3 fouls. Goes to work.
There's also Brianna Jones, which also another key piece of the Sun, and has emerged as one of the league's most reliable post players. Jones could be a game changer for teams like the Fevers or the Dallas Wings who are looking to bolster their front court.
Clock, bounce past Nneka, flips it up with the right hand and scores. There's the two-player game you want to see between Jewel Lloyd and Nneka.
I'm not surprised she's doing so well now.
That was the first made field goal for Connecticut since the 5-12 mark, and Nneka Gumake answers on the other end with... Powers has played well in her career against Seattle. I recall quite a few games in the past where she has...
Nneka guarded by Billings. That's a big-time move, right?
The footwork. Check out the footwork.
Agumake going right at Boston. The push shot falls, and it's an 8-0 run for the Storm, who have gone up by 6.
Nneka Ogwumike is also in the mix, entering free agency with various suitors already lining up. Teams like the Sky and New York Liberty could make strong pushes for her service. Here's the big picture. These moves aren't just about the 2025 season. They're about reshaping the league for the next decade. Think about it. Brittney Griner is on a new team. Delle Donne is also on a new team. And Jewel Lloyd is pairing with Ajar Wilson. These aren't just trades, they're statements. The WNBA is evolving, and the 2025 season could be the most competitive we've ever seen. Fans are going wild on social media. Some are praising their teams for bold moves, while others are, let's just say, less than thrilled. One thing's for sure, the WNBA's popularity is skyrocketing, and this off-season drama is only adding fuel to the fire. As the dust settles on this free agency period, one thing is clear. The WNBA is entering a new era, whether it's the rise of new super teams, the resurgence of storied franchises, or the emergence of unexpected contenders. 2025 promises to be unforgettable. Don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments. Which team do you think has made the best moves so far? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.